Pakistan is facing a perfect storm of crises that include political chaos, economic collapse and terror threat. Some of the main points are: 1. Pakistan's anti-corruption agency arrested former Prime Minister Imran Khan on Tuesday, sparking violent protests across the country and a standoff between his supporters and the army. 2. Pakistan's economy is in dire straits, with inflation soaring, foreign reserves dwindling and a stalled IMF program that is expiring in June. 2. The political turmoil has eroded hopes for a swift recovery and increased the risk of a debt crisis. 3. Pakistan's security situation is also precarious, as the Pakistan Taliban has gained ground along the Afghan border and launched attacks on government and military targets. 3. The country also faces strained relations with its neighbors India and Afghanistan, as well as the influence of China as a major ally and creditor. The impact of Pakistan's situation on world order and India could be: 1. A destabilized Pakistan could pose a threat to regional and global security, especially if its nuclear weapons fall into the hands of extremist groups or rogue elements within the army. 2. A weakened Pakistan could also create a power vacuum in South Asia, allowing China to expand its economic and strategic interests in the region and challenge India's role as a regional leader. 3. A crisis in Pakistan could also affect the prospects for peace and stability in Afghanistan, as Pakistan has been a key player in the peace talks with the Taliban and hosts millions of Afghan refugees. 3. A breakdown in cooperation between Pakistan and Afghanistan could undermine the fragile gains made in the war-torn country. Some of the possible solutions to Pakistan's crises are: 1. Improving police-community relations for effective law enforcement and building sustainable mechanisms for dialogue, critical thinking and peace education. 2. Helping Pakistanis rebuild traditions of tolerance to counter extremists' demands for violence and supporting acceptance and inclusion of religious minorities. 3. Supporting inclusive and democratic institutions and resolving the political deadlock between the government and the opposition through dialogue and compromise. 4. Reducing the trade deficit by increasing exports and decreasing imports, investing in key sectors such as textiles, agriculture, and technology, and incentivizing exports through tax breaks and subsidies. 5. Securing external financing from friendly countries or multilateral institutions to avoid a debt default and implementing structural reforms to restore macroeconomic stability. 6. Enhancing cooperation with regional and international partners to address the security challenges along the Afghan border and in Kashmir, and to promote peace and stability in Afghanistan. How does Pakistan compare to other countries in the region? Pakistan's economy is lagging behind some of its regional neighbors, especially India and Bangladesh. For example, Pakistan's GDP growth is expected at 0.6% in 2023 and 2.0% in 2024, while India's GDP growth is projected at 7.5% in 2023 and 7.9% in 2024. Pakistan's per capita income is $1,538, which is lower than Bangladesh's $2,503 and India's $2,1892. Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves are also much lower than Bangladesh's and India's. Pakistan faces challenges such as high inflation, fiscal deficit, debt burden, energy crisis, and security issues that hamper its economic development. How can Pakistan improve its economic performance? 1. Restoring macroeconomic stability and improving its relationship with the international financial institutions, IFIs, by reducing fiscal deficit, debt burden, and current account deficit. 2. Removing structural distortions and enhancing competitiveness by reforming the energy sector, improving the business environment, promoting trade and investment, and strengthening human capital. 3. Improving economic governance and reviving key national institutions by enhancing transparency, accountability, and efficiency in public service delivery. 4. Alleviating poverty and mitigating the impacts of high inflation and natural disasters by expanding social protection programs, targeting relief to the poor, and building resilience. 5. addressing the political and security challenges that undermine confidence and stability. Thanks for watching Vand Bharat News.